Young Thug is not smart.
And that type of shit. Supposed to be a blessing nigga. That's why them never be bigger than Drake ever in life. Never be bigger than Buddy. Buddy gonna do it right. Buddy fucking with everybody. You know how many niggas like Drake change? How many niggas can take care of their family because of Buddy? Just like straight fucking with you. Kendrick goddamn put a nigga on. Y'all, you're a superstar. You don't ran up you a few hundred M, but you ain't put nobody on though. You see what I'm saying? You ain't even put Keem on. Cause the shit you and him doing, that shit ain't really doing that. Like, put somebody on. It's okay to run you a few hundred M's up, but who you help though? You ain't really help nobody. It's the saying. you did all that shit for nothing, nigga. You ain't help nobody, nigga. Nigga ain't really gaining no fans off of you. Keem ain't big. Keem love hell, man. Can't sell no ticket. Watch out. Like, man, watch out. I truly believe you do a song on me, Wham, Dirt, Moneybag, Savage. I truly believe we'll have your ass dope, trending, like, cause it's gonna be like people in the real world with you, not the rap world. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be real players and cool lit and players and shit like that with you. Them type of people with you. You gonna get like the real streets and the real people with you. You gonna get the East Coast East Coast ain't with you, bro. You really trying to keep all the blessings to yourself. You really trying to keep everything to yourself. You really sit in the studio and work on the album and don't put nobody on the album. Like, God damn, bro, you ain't gonna with nobody. You ain't gonna bless nobody. Bullshit ass king, like. But it's like, what the hell is you doing? You supposed to be with me, Wham, Dirt, Savvy. You supposed to be with us. You supposed to be calling us like, hey man, I want y'all young niggas on my album. I'm on some player shit this time around. I'm on some player shit. Like, come on, man, God damn. I don't know though. These niggas be crazy. Yeah. Hopefully he do the song though. If he don't, I ain't really giving no damn. Yeah, over good. Continue being rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue being rap, man. Stay supportive. Post my album cover or something, man. Stay supportive, man. All that. I ain't posting no pictures 6 years shit, man. Watch out. Don't care about all that shit, man. Nobody don't get no none of that. I guarantee you, your first post you post, that motherfucker gonna do 1 million or 2 million likes. You can get out in the next 16 years. You not finna get on here and get no 100 million likes on your post. You not Kim Kardashian, man. So whatever you call yourself doing with your internet, and if you just want to prove like, oh, I won't be on the internet, what is that proving? What they do? Instagram is meant for pictures, man. Post your picture, bro. Or just delete your Instagram. Yeah. I think it's the rarity though, but man, have fun with that.
What up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, it has recently come to my attention that Young Thug is not the brightest bulb in the kitchen drawer. I am starting to learn unequivocally that Young Thug is as dim as a porch light in the woods with no electricity. I believe that Young Thug may have just said his last ridiculous quote, and he really doesn't care. He's already tweeting and he's posting pictures and memes and things of that nature about you can't cancel me or cancel. He took a meme of Denzel Washington saying he doesn't care about cancel culture. Well, gang, first things first, Denzel Washington doesn't need to care about cancel culture because he ain't on Twitter getting all his conversations leaked. So that's the first thing that we need to dispel the rumor that Denzel Washington can't be canceled, because he has no reason to be canceled. Now, Young Thug can definitely have his career damaged very bad. So what I want to talk about today is, first of all, when it comes to Young Thug and being smart, I don't think these two things are sharing the same room. I think Thug is over here and being smart is over there, because they don't seem to be seeing eye to eye right now. Young Thug is on voice recorder speaking on jail phones, which I believe back in my day, I don't know if they still do it, but they tell you as you're speaking that the call is being recorded. Somehow Young Thug just disregarded all of that. And I know what a lot of people are saying, oh, these calls are anyone can ask for these calls. These are not leaks. Well, if no one's claiming to have put the calls out, then they're leaks. So we're just going to keep saying that they've been leaked. These are leaks, gangs. If someone goes and requests the information, I know a lot of people are up in arms just going under every post. They'll probably be under my post. Anyone can request these calls in Fulton County. So it's not a leak. Well, if no one's saying that I requested it, then that's considered a leak. So these are leaks that Young Thug has allowed to happen, because without him saying the things that he says, we would never know that he feels this way. But Young Thug, to me, is starting to look like he is not well equipped to deal with the rest of us in the real world. Now, I want to talk about this because, for one, not only does Young Thug proceed to get caught doing the worst thing imaginable in his world, which is snitching, he then gets outed, among a bunch of other things. These audio tapes are crazy. But now he's talking about one of the most beloved rappers in hip-hop history in a very, very awful way. Absolute hater. Like, I've never seen, well, I have seen haters, but I've never seen them outed this badly. And I think that Young Thug hates so much he doesn't realize he's hating. Young Thug wants a feature from Kendrick. According to this 2023 call, he's on a jail phone, and he wants Kendrick to jump on a song, right? He's talking to whoever he's talking to, and they're talking and scheming and plotting about how to get Kendrick on this song. And somehow, some way, this is when you know you really hate. When you're such a hater, you forget you're being recorded. You forget that the entire world can hear this at some point. That's how much you're hating. Like, he dug so much into his hater bag. We've been hearing him hating for like mad different phone calls. But this dude is such a hater, he doesn't even remember that he's being recorded. And he's so comfortable talking about it that his man is just sitting there like, I'm just gonna let him go off. His man doesn't stop him. He doesn't say, hey, buddy. Like, everybody that seemed to have talked to this guy, no one tries to stop him. No one. They just let him ramble and go on. So he goes into this whole thing about Kendrick. This guy got to be the #1 hater. We've seen him get out of prison, beat almost 45 years of a charge of 45 years. And one of the first things he says is, we got to go get these snitches. Knowing goddamn well, we got to go get these rats, right? Knowing they told him he can't talk about nothing in regards to criminals, crime, criminal behavior, gang behavior. He can't do none of that. He can't engage in it. And when you add somebody, yo, let's go get these rats, that is the definition of criminal, crime, gang behavior. So that was one of the first things he did out of jail when he first beat the case. Not smart, gang. Not smart at all. We're looking at a man who doesn't put a lot of thought into the things he says and does. And maybe that's the charm. Maybe that's why people love this guy or what have you. I never really understood it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going back all the way to the dresses. I'm going all the way back to the fingernail painting. I never understood a lot of the things that he did. It was always like a little much. It was like shock value. It was like, I'm just going to do things to trend. I'm just going to do things to grab and garner attention. I'll let the music speak for itself, but I'm going to shock value people in the beginning. And I really wasn't one for it. I'm just going to be honest. It just wasn't for me. All right. It just wasn't for me. I thought the antics were a little bit much, right? But I still didn't want the man to go to prison. I never warmed up to what he was doing. And then when I heard about the Lil Wayne, he's shooting, allegedly having beef with Lil Wayne, because for one, he's Lil Wayne's biggest fan. And then he becomes jealous of Lil Wayne, and he wants the love of Birdman, the attention of Birdman, and he wants to do anything for Birdman. He doesn't like that Wayne is mad at Birdman, so he turns on him, and now he's shooting up his tour bus and all these different things is coming out. He's using his album title, mixtape title, and this, that, and the third. That's when I started to look at Young Thug sideways. I'm just going to be honest. I realized that a lot of people that like rap music will overlook a lot of stuff. I don't really do that. When you start showing me that you're like treacherous and you'll turn on somebody and you can really like that person and you'll still turn on them and still start dissing them, and that person that didn't do anything against you or to you, and you'll still come out trying to hurt that person, I take offense to that. I don't gloss over that. A lot of people in rap that love hip hop, you guys do gloss over things a lot, and someone will be 100% showing you exactly who they are. I don't think Tekashi was at all not showing you who he was from the beginning, but a lot of you decided to kind of like overlook a lot of shit until it got really, really hectic. And it was like, yeah, maybe he ain't who we thought. What? This guy was showing you from the beginning. A lot of these rappers showed you from the beginning who they were. But I don't think that matters when they put out good music. So we got a lot of guys who got caught up in a lot of things recently. A lot of guys are caught up in some really, really heinous situations. And if you go back and just rewind time, you'll see they really weren't that great of a person in the first place. So I never warmed up to Young Thug. I'm just going to be honest. And here we are, right? My instincts is like, it's like a spider sense. And now we got Young Thug literally being everything that it's like he has almost no love or respect for this culture. And I get it. A lot of people jumped into the culture just for the money, gang. A lot of hustlers, a lot of street niggas, a lot of guys that can carry a tune, that can be a little bit harmonious, or they can be a little bit artistic, and they can get with some really, it's a lot of producers and a lot of people who are really, really artistic, and they can loan that sauce out, right? And here we are. I believe that this is what's going on with Young Thug and this Kendrick thing. He's so used to getting the sauce loaned to him, right? It seems like the people, and I'm not going to say just Atlanta, but especially a lot of Atlanta guys, they loan the sauce out. They give it here, they give it there. Anybody that got big enough bag, they'll give them some of the sauce. And what we end up with is a lot of features, a lot of guys pretending, because let's just be honest, after you hear Young Thug talk about a lot of these people, he really don't rock with a lot of people. I'm just going to be honest. It's like he'll use you, he'll jump on a record with you because it's beneficiary, it's transactional, but I don't think he really cares about these people that are on these records. I think he could give two shits. I think he's just one of these guys with 100% nigga logic, and nigga logic allows you to do a lot of things that go against your code or whatever. I think that as long as you're going to help him get a bag, 100% nigga logic, he runs and gets the bag with you. Doesn't matter. I can get a verse from Young Thug if I just pay enough money. So it's like some people are not in this just for the money. Some people 100%, that's all that matters. And Young Thug is shown that is absolutely all that matters. And that's one of the things that's wrong with hip hop. That's one of the reasons the party had to die, because what's going on is a lot of these guys are fake, they're frauds, they're really haters, and behind the scenes, they want to use you. They'll talk mad shit about you, and this is why Kenny don't go out. Like, you really don't see him mingling with a lot of these guys, because anyone really that has any common sense or any artistic value, you know that these guys don't love you. They don't really care about you. They just want to use your feature, use your name, use your Instagram. Young Thug just basically told everybody, I just want to use his Instagram, use his name, use his voice. He don't really know nothing about him. Right? And I listened to the audio. I wrote down some talking points because I do want to discuss it. But I just want to say, man, nigga logic is being exposed at an all-time high. We are becoming smarter as a people, I hope. And it was starting to look like we're starting to see through a lot of nigga logic. And even in regards to Drake and people like that, a lot of his logic, all he had to do was tap into nigga logic and pay a little bit of money and get the sauce on his shit. And a lot of that stuff ain't working no more. A lot of these guys are scrambling. It's scary because when Kendrick started to bring this true to life, these lyrics, these bars back, and people wanted you to be saying something, it got a lot of them scared. And a lot of them don't know where to go from here. Because let's just be honest, a nigga logic, that means a lot of time a nigga ride around living off nigga logic, he low-key dumb. So a lot of these guys are just dumb. They dumb niggas. So it's like, you can't really expect much from them. So you're not gonna get a lot of bars and a lot of hot lines. Like you're gonna get some vibes, you're gonna get some cool shit, some player shit in the words of Young Thug, and I'm gonna get to all that. Kendrick should have been on some player shit, So when you come from the ghetto, and ain't nothing wrong with coming from the ghetto, ain't nothing wrong with coming from the hood and wanting to do better and wanting to make money, all that shit is great. Take care of your family, all that good shit. But when you're in the hood, you're in a place that's it's a pack of roaches and a pack of rats, gang. And some of these niggas are headed for the penitentiary, this, that, and the third. And some of these niggas, they live by codes that will make them get there faster, right? And they never get out of these things. They have this mentality that they never get out of. So they walk around with chips on their shoulder. They walk around on ways to how to use people, how to get to the top, and step on some people how to get there. And Young Thug appears to have that same mentality. And a lot of it is fueled with a lot of hate for other people. It's not a lot of love, it's a lot of hate. And Young Thug appears to be a very hateful person, because if you're going to be on the phone, that call couldn't have been no more than 3-4 minutes. And he went from asking about the dude for a feature to disrespecting the dude about 10 times to then at the end of the damn call, he goes, I hope he does it. So it's like he can hate all through the call. The hate means nothing. He still wants to get that feature. So he made up a million reasons why Kendrick's career ain't shit. Kendrick way of thinking ain't shit. The people that Kendrick have put on ain't shit. Even if it's his cousin, nothing about him is shit. But he wants that feature, and I'm gonna have this conversation because he still wants the feature, but he really doesn't like Kendrick. Let's just be honest. He's talking about a guy. He's like, you can't pay him, huh? Everything about Kendrick, like Kendrick say, they hate the person I represent. He hate the fact that you can't pay him. He starts to go off on a whole tangent about, you can't, come on, buddy, like, you keeping all that talent to yourself. He really, really doesn't like a guy that doesn't think monetarily like he does. He doesn't like a guy that has some artistic integrity about what he does and where he puts his voice. Can't stand the game because he can't relate to it. Nigga logic won't let you. Well, they got money over there, let's go get the money. Money over there, money, let's go get the money. You can tell he talk, it doesn't, like he can't process saying no to money. It makes him, it irritates him. The fact that this guy can't be bought. Because he knows this guy's voice, and he tries to downplay his voice, but he knows his voice is big money. I love that he tries to make it like, buddy, you can't pop without us. We can be trending, me, wham, da da da. And it's like it's the nigga logic is so ridiculous that it's such a small level where it lives at, and it thinks that little bubble where it lives is the only place that matters. Right? I'll get you popping in the real world. That's this rap world. Like, in his mind, if you're not on his level and with his features and you're rocking with him and Drake and trying to pop bottles everywhere, then you're not popping. You're not trending. Right? Now, I don't need to tell you that Kendrick is bigger than Young Thug in every single way, but according to Young Thug, he's a superstar. Right? He need to get with a superstar. I took some notes, right? Because this is laughable to me, and I realize he can't help because he's not that bright. I'm just gonna be honest. So this guy doesn't look at the world the way a lot of other people do. The world is bigger than this nigga logic, this street hustler, scrambler, players lifestyle shit that he wants to perpetrate and portray. And this is why he's in the trouble that he's in. This is why he does a lot of shit ratchet. You'll be like, how's a millionaire out here calling out shots and getting people shot and shit? Because he still lives in nigga logic. He still acts like a nigga off the block. He never progressed. He got a lot of money, does a lot of shows, but he still never progressed. They told you back then that this it's hard as shit to get this guy to do half the work he does. He don't eat, he don't want to do the music. It's like chasing him down. This guy Leo Korn was like, yo, I gotta force this guy to do his music. Nigga logic. A nigga get a little bit of money, you can't catch him no more. So it's like, it's nigga logic, gang. So you gotta understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a guy who's gonna work here and there, da da da. But for the most part of this man's career, they was like, we had to force him to do this, force him to do that. Nigga logic. Once they get some money, they gone. They doing nigga shit. So I want to talk about this because I feel like this tape has exposed the most wildest nigga logic you will ever see. I want to have this conversation. So I listened to this call, and a few things stood out to me. First of all, how miffed he was that he can't pay Kendrick for the feature. That bothered him. That got him really upset, really worked up, and it really wasn't something that he thought made any sense. Nigga logic. You can't buy everybody, gang. Everybody don't want this. He already got money. He got a lot of money, right? This guy has his own label at this point. This guy's doing stadium tours, and this was before the stadium tours. Even before that, he had already did Mr. Moran, the Big Stepper. This guy acting like he can make Kendrick, like, I can make you trend. Me, Wham, Moneybag Yo, 21. Like who else was on there? The other name he said? Some crazy shit. It's like, gang. Oh, Dirk, right? Lil Baby. Like, all these, I'm like, gang. Put all them niggas in a line, and this guy's doing bigger numbers than all of them, right? He's doing okay. He's doing okay. He didn't need all them to go on the Mr. Morale tour. He's doing all right. And that's why this dude don't be giving features, because it's niggas like this that's trying to, you know what I mean? They want to use you for your sauce. They sell their sauce. Everybody don't sell their sauce. The other thing that got me, it was like, he only does features with Baby King. Well, we know that ain't true. He does features with dudes that can spit. He does features with guys he want to work with. He does features that build a relationship. Not sitting behind a jail cell trying to make a phone call to use him and then shitting on him for 5 minutes straight. Tell him everything he's doing wrong about his Instagram. Tell him how he don't be out enough, he don't party enough, he ain't in the real world. No, he doesn't want your sauce all over him, okay? He don't want to give you his. Some people don't connect. You're not going to be able to use everybody for what you want. Then he goes, Drake will always be bigger than him. Well, we see that didn't happen. That ain't work out, right? That aged like fine wine. I mean, like bad milk. That didn't work out. So, no, at this point, say what you want. Drake is not bigger than Kendrick right now. Yes, he got a lot of old music. Drake is not going to sell out a stadium tour. He never has. He never will. Okay? So at this point, he's bigger than Drake. Didn't age well, gang. But Young Thug looking at things from the eyes of when he come to Atlanta, he be popping. Just like the backfield dudes. Oh, when Drake come to New York, the whole city light up. Oh my God, all the strip clubs, all the whores, right? That's how they rate things. When the city lights up and somebody throws a lot of money to the whores, then they're popping. In these minds, this is nigga logic, gang. We fighting against nigga logic. We making a little leeway, but it's still here. It ain't going nowhere. Let me continue. The other thing that gets me pop, just like your blood kind of boiling, gang. It's just like weird shit that he don't put no people on. Now we know that that's not true. We've seen Kendrick put a lot of people on. We've seen a lot of people jump on Kendrick coattails, go through the roof. We've seen that even before this point in time. And at the end of the day, whose responsibility is it to put people on, right? That's a personal choice. Everybody don't need to be put on. A lot of these motherfuckers turning back on you, right? Who's the motherfucker that he put on the damn record? Out of all the motherfuckers he put on the damn record, one of the dudes start being like, hey, my life ain't changed. Like, you start shitting on him. This is why you can't put everybody on, right? You can't put everybody on. And at the end of the day, what happens is you start being co-signed to all these dudes, and then now you're responsible for the rest of their life. They already up in arms about him doing records with Cardi. So everybody that he's put on, they will be going back, yo, he put him on. It's like you can't just grab everybody and bring them up, right? At some point, you got to choose yourself. It ain't about choosing everybody, trying to snatch up all these guys just because they can get you paid. But he don't get that. It's nigga logic. Let me continue. Then he goes on to say, Baby Keem ain't popping. He said, like, what he call him? He said, I believe he said bullshit Keem ass, right? So now, this is his cousin. I don't know if y'all know that. He put his little cousin on. And it took a year to say that it was his little cousin. He just put him on, right? They waited mad long before they disclosed that information. So he just put him on. People just was like, oh, cousin's nice. Dude made that move on his own. And ain't a lot of people that can put their cousin on, right? Last motherfucker put their cousin on, I think Q-Tip put Consequence on it, and we see what happened with that. Let me continue. He also said, we're going to get you popping on the East Coast. Imagine that. Young Thug is going to get Kendrick popping on the East Coast. I don't even need to tell you about how dumb that sounds, how ridiculous that sounds. I don't know if Young Thug knows. The East Coast is already rocking with Kendrick for a long time. So I don't think he needs a bump from Young Thug and Wham, right? I don't think he needs a bump. And this guy even, all the people he naming, they talking shit about him. So it's like, bro, you naming all these people like this, me, Wham, and then you going off on a tangent talking shit about them too. Don't love nobody, don't trust nobody. Like, gang, like, you ain't giving us nothing to believe in right here, Thug. Let me continue, bro. Then he says he don't put nobody on his album. Why you recording by yourself? Well, I believe all of them albums had features. I believe Mr. Morale had Rhapsody, Kodak Black was on there, Keem is on there. I believe Black is on it. So it's a bunch of people on there, right? It ain't just Kendrick in the studio by himself. But his fans asked for that. They don't want endless features. A lot of these guys put endless features and it ain't even a real album at that point. It's just a bunch of random fucking verses. Everybody don't want to hear that shit. People want to hear some shit that has some substance. That's why he sells more. He gets more attention. He makes more people enter his realm and go to pay to see him. Y'all niggas got to link up. 4 or 5 niggas got to get on the songs and link up and make people come out and check for y'all. It's a difference, gang. Let me continue. It's just weird shit, gang. It's weird shit. Then he also said the Instagram. He talked about, he said, what you got your Instagram for? Instagram is for pictures. You don't post nothing. What you think you Kim Kardashian? You ain't no Kim Kardashian. This shit ain't gonna go viral. It ain't gonna trend. Well, I'll have you know that when the dude started posting, when he started promoting the Super Bowl, this, that, and the third, everything he posted went viral. So I don't know if Young Thug thinks that whatever he's popping on is gonna be, yeah, everything I posted. I don't know about that. He literally talking about getting 4 or 5 dudes to make Kendrick trend. I don't think that he needs none of the 4 or 5 dudes. He don't need to run to Atlanta. That's the stuff that Drake does. This is the stuff. This is why hip hop is so wacky right now, because these guys look at things like, oh, let me link up and do it. Everybody don't want to do all that. Everybody don't want to fuck with y'all niggas. Look how lame that shit is right now. Let's just be honest. Y'all motherfuckers backbiting and doing all kind of weird shit. The whole thing looked crazy down there. I'm just gonna be honest. It looked crazy, and you want to drag him into that mess. Now you posting on Twitter, trying to deflect from the shit like you unbothered. Here we go, the unbothered bullshit. It just don't make no sense. He said, what you trying to prove because you ain't on the internet? What does that mean? Well, everybody don't want to be on the internet. Some of y'all don't need to be on there. Let's just be honest. Some of the shit y'all putting on there is incriminating yourself. You risking your freedom. You risking your health. A lot of you dudes going live with your location, getting smoked, right? So everybody don't need to be online, gang. But Young Thug not that smart, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Young Thug low-key moving just like an ignorant-ass nigga right out the hood. And it's like, bro, you got too much money. You got way too much. You way too blessed. He goes, you want to keep all the blessings for himself, da-da-da. Well, first of all, what does he owe you? I don't know. When did Kendrick owe, what does Kendrick owe Young Thug, gang? Somebody's getting the comments and right there, well, Kendrick owes Young Thug XYZ. I need to know because the nigga talking like the nigga owe him something. But it's nigga logic. When a nigga could get money for you, then I don't know where you owe. This is why people extort people, because they feel like they owe them. When they see somebody got it out the mud and they raise themselves up, all of a sudden, niggas and nigga logic, they want to find you. They want to sniff you out. Come use you. Everybody ain't trying to get used. But Young Thug still got this nigga logic mentality. Still making phone calls on the jail phone, thinking it's private. I'm talking like it's just you and me, right? He goes, Drake do it right. Buddy put everybody on. Well, that speaks for itself. Drake is working with any and everybody, right? Drake is like, I'm sensitive to the culture vulture thing. Well, it looked kind of like I'll do anything with somebody that's popping. And it feel to me that if you don't do exactly what Thug says or Young Thug says to do, and we kind of messed up thinking that a guy named Young Thug was ever going to mature. Let's just be honest, right? We kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that one. But you're thinking that a guy that is going to put all these people on just because they hot popping and this, that, and the third, that at some point, it's a formula for him. At some point, he's doing a little bit too much. And you did get the 2 features from Drake. So I don't know why you mad at Kendrick. Drake got on your album, the biggest artist in the world. He'd never be big as Drake. Well, what you need to... If you got 2 features from Drake and none from Kendrick, why would you be upset? You're saying by your own admission that Kendrick would never be as big as Drake, but you go on a rant for 5 minutes talking about how he needs to give you the feature. Make it make sense, gang. See, this is the thing. A guy like this knows his bread is butter, but he really want more bread and more butter. It's greed. He doesn't care that this person is an artist. He doesn't care that this person got his own way of doing business. All of that is an annoyance because he can't use them. Then he came out against French Montana. Yo, Kendrick got more hits than you, da-da-da. He probably just said that because he had some personal shit with French Montana. This is the kind of motherfucker that'll side with whoever he don't got the problem with at the time. So I feel like this is how I feel. I'm going to leave it at this. I feel like what we just saw was a guy that doesn't even know how far to go with his hate. This guy could have talked another hour about this guy. Then when he did the feature, he would have did a feature for him. He would have been like, "Yo, shout out to my man Kendrick, K dot da da da." Knowing he feels all this, that he don't do shit. He'll never progress past Drake. He'll always be a little man on the totem pole. He don't listen to nobody. He don't do what people want him to do. Don't do no feature. Don't put nobody on. All this shit is slander. It's big time super hate, gang. It's an angry bird in an angry land, in an angry tree. And what I'm saying is, what we're saying is, dudes, they say a lot of shit behind the scenes. It's a lot more stuff that's being said that you're not going to know. But it felt like a dude like Kendrick can feel this shit. Just like me. I stay mad. Listen, my circle, you can put my circle on in your hand, like would make a cup with your hand like this. That's my circle. It's small. Because I know these motherfuckers, a lot of nigga logic out here, they want to be up on you so they can see what they can get about you. So Kendrick, he thinks like a grown man. Keep your circle small. Don't do a lot of so-called favors for a lot of niggas. That's why he don't charge niggas. Because then a nigga could pay you and start talking to you crazy. I gave you, this is the type of nigga that'll throw it in your face 2 years later. Now I gave you $500K, da da da. This is the kind of nigga that'll tell everybody that he paid you. This is why you can't do all business ain't good business. I'm leaving it at that, man. CLBMG. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I feel like Thug just not really smart. I think he moves in a way that was bound to get exposed. I'm just gonna be honest here. And what we're seeing right now is Thug got exposed, and it's gonna keep coming because you're doing it in a way that makes no sense to people. Like it's illogical. It's weird, and it's self-destructive. I'm gonna leave it at that. CLB. Hey, this the guy that he got this beautiful girl, right? That's riding with him through the bed and everything like that. And then he got mad chicks calling this, coming to the jail and calling, and he's getting recorded with all these different chicks. Dumb shit, right? It's ways to move. He moving wrong, gang. I'm just gonna be honest, man. I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think. CLBMG, man. Listen, head on over to black-yeti.com. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night we go live on the West Show. We will be talking about this. Tap in, gang. 9:15. 8 different platforms. I'm gonna be there. Let me know when you get in the building. Get in the comments. Let us know. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.